on Earth is Carmen Sandiego.
Where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego. Where on earth can she be? Tell me where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego. Where on earth can she be? Where on earth can she be? Lady Talisa, Timbuktu, can you help us find it? Where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego. Where on earth can she be? Where on earth can she be?
An impenetrable fortress. That's what they're calling your bank's new security vault. Is that accurate, Mr. Satsuma?
Gentlemen, the entire penthouse vault is made of titanium steel, one of the strongest metals known to man. It is surrounded by 15 feet of solid granite, one of the hardest igneous stones on Earth. Beneath you will find 12 empty floors sealed with 50,000 volt grids, and the latest high-tech security equipment available. And no one, I repeat, no one, can get in to view their belongings without being escorted by me, personally.
Retina scan identification required. Please place your eye to the lens, Mr. Satsuma. Thank you, Mr. Satsuma. Proceed.
Oya, これもなんだ? 暗号赤、侵入、第7区域。こっちへ行こう。すべての通路を閉めろ。彼女だ。カーメンサンディエゴだ。彼女を止めろ。エレベーターに向かっている。電源を切れ。早くしろ。エレベーターを1階に戻せ。Gentlemen, now the tour continues to the penthouse, where the vault is housed. I now present the most secure vault in the modern world.
I could have taken anything I wanted. But I faced the ultimate high-tech challenge and defeated it, player. That's what's important.
Anyone who had all your high-tech gadgets could have done the same.
I am the greatest thief in the world with or without them, and I can prove it.
Zach! Zach! I am trying to finish my crossword puzzle. Do you mind?
Ivy, that was my big solo. Hey, it's the chief.
Boy, are we glad to see you. Any news on Carmen?
None. Ever since she pulled that high-tech Satsuma bank break-in last month, she's disappeared.
Chief, we'll take any case you've got. A gang of jaywalkers, somebody forgot to floss.
Well, there... Nah, you wouldn't be interested.
We're interested!
Okay. CrimeNet got a hot tip that there might be a break-in at a gold mine in Nevada. It's not a Carmen-type crime, but you could go stake it out.
Player, C5 us out of here.
Okay, my Carmenless crime masters, you don't even have time to sit down. Cause it's just a short hop from California to the gold mine outside Nevada's capital, Carson City. Ooh, Is it hot in here? Is that my career? Nevada Desert. Phew. Must be why they built Lake Mead, the largest man-made lake in the United States. Hoover Dam to distribute all the water. And Las Vegas, so you could bet on when the next day of rain would be. Okay, eyeball this, gumshoes. You're looking at the mineral that put Nevada on the map, gold. Back in 1859, a miner hit Nevada's famous Comstock lode.
Eureka! Bessie, we're rich!
Soon, all kinds of pioneers came with picks and shovels and those noisy little tin cups and started to dig. And digging by hand was a lot of hard work. But then modern times came along with a... Whoa. Now miners use dynamite to blast their way through huge chunks of rock. Technology, you gotta love it. Fire in the hole!
We got a train to catch, boys. Fire up the elevator and let's go.
No crooks here. Just a bunch of miners at quitting time.
Zach, he called that an elevator.
What, do you need glasses, sis? It is an elevator, except it's for rocks instead of people.
Guess again, little bro. Any real miner would have called it a skip. I think these guys are...
On you like fleas on a prairie dog.
Hey!
Come on! Those are Carmen's henchmen. Looks like she's back in business big time.
Get him!
Let go of the brakes, Zach! Zach, pull the brake!
Would you make up your... It was nice knowing you!
That'll take him time to escape. We'll finish loading, then do what Carmen said to do if they showed up.
We'll take a gang of jaywalkers. Somebody who forgot to floss.
There's not much oxygen in these mines, Zach. Save your breath, huh?
Why would Carmen break into a Nevada gold mine to steal dynamite? She's never blown up anything before.
It doesn't make sense unless she's in the area planning something bigger, and she wanted it to... Zach, we gotta get out now.
What's up?
Sometimes gases like methane seep out of the ground in these mines, so miners take canaries with them. If the birds pass out, the miners know to get out.
Sis, that was a trick they used in the old coal mines 100 years ago. Today they have high-tech electrical methane detectors. Besides, this is a mechanical bird. Hey, I know that tune. It's Mi Caballo Blanco.
What's that mean?
It's a Spanish cowboy song. It means my white horse.
What do you want to bet that's a Carmen clue, and she's headed to Spain right now?
Oh, perfect. Spain's only about 195,000 square miles. She ought to be easy to find. We'll stand on a chair.
Well, where do you suggest we look?
There's probably a few other places she could go, Ivy. Player, bring up a Spanish language map a sec. This is gonna be tougher than I thought. Spanish is the official language of 18 Latin American countries and Puerto Rico.
Hey, Zach, maybe the title's the clue. Info scan white horses a sec.
The Royal Lipids on our stallions are performing horses, famous for their jumping and dancing. And man, do these equines have a great press agent. They play the palace. The Imperial Palace, that is. The Hofburg in Vienna, Austria, where Emperor Maximilian II, don't call him Junior, brought the first Lipids honors almost 400 years ago. And from then on, his dance card was filled. Today, these lily-white beauties are still trained at only one place in the world, the Spanische Reitschule in Vienna.
Ivy, that could be it.
Wait, Zach, Vienna's the capital of Austria. There's nothing Spanish about it.
They're trained at the Spanische Reitschule, which is German for Spanish riding school. If Carmen's after some caballos blancos, the Royal Lipizzaner are the finest trained white horses in the world.
Lots of horses spook at loud noises, but not these hoofers. During World War II, they say the Lipizzaners were so well trained that even when bombs were exploding over Vienna, you could count on them to remain cool under fire, take shelter, and wait out the attacks, never once panicking.
Looks like a good place to start. Player, C5 us to Vienna and don't stop for the strudel.
Culture vultures, you're on your way from Nevada in the southwestern United States across the Atlantic Ocean to Vienna, Austria, yeah. Vienna, home of some of the most famous music meisters of all time. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Ludwig van Beethoven, Franz Joseph Haydn,
Oh no, I'm stuck!
miners used what bird to help them determine if the air was pure? Old-time miners used a canary to test the purity of a mine shaft's air supply.
Come on!
Zach!
Whoa!
I'm coming!
Oh, easy, fellas, easy.
Use that saddle and climb up, Zach!
Okay. No, as a matter of fact, I'm not. We've got to stop this truck! Man, where are we?
If you want to take a ride on Vienna's famous recent red Ferris wheel, you landed in the right place.
After that horse truck, I don't care if I ever ride anything again.
You know, it wouldn't hurt to ask for some help on this one, Zach.
Yeah, maybe an Acme detective with some real horse sense, huh, sis?
Hey, what about Armando Arguella?
Player, Armando Arguella is a detective we worked with in the Argentina office. Could you... Whoa!
Hola, detectives. Sorry for the delay.
Yeah, Armando, my man! How's Argentina's coolest cowpoke detective?
Por favor, Zach. In America, you call cowboys cowpokes, but in Argentina, I am the coolest gaucho detective.
Armando, Carmen's up to something very strange.
She stole dynamite from a Nevada mine, and now she's stolen probably the finest trained steeds in the world.
Any clues, amigos?
All I saw was a truck full of angry white horses. Oh, and one had on a saddle.
The thieves must have ridden one horse while herding the others into the truck.
And there was a rope, too. You know, hanging from that whatchamacallit that sticks up from the saddle.
The horn. That's very strange for the Lipizzaners. Well, a cowboy uses the horn on his western saddle to hang his rope and to tie it there when roping steer. But Europeans use English riding saddles, which don't have horns.
Then that kind of saddle shouldn't have been on one of the Lipizzaners.
Player, access CrimeNet files for any of Carmen's henchmen who are Western saddle riders.
Buck in Bronco. Here's the facts. A real bad guy. Today he makes his hideout in the city, Tombstone, Arizona.
Buck sure wouldn't be the first horse thief to call Tombstone home.
Well, no siree, partner. And a lot of them ended up right here on Tombstone's famous Boot Hill, along with anybody else who ran afoul of the local law named Wyatt Earp.
Of course, Wyatt's most famous run-in happened on October 26, 1881, the gunfight at the OK Corral.
Wait a minute. Today is October 26th.
And there was a big OK branded into that saddle I saw. It must have been Buck's.
I just don't get it. Carmen stealing dynamite,
rustling horses that don't spook easily, and leaving cowboy song clues.
It's like she's suddenly doing a Western.
Then, amigos, it would be just like her to pull off her next crime in Tombstone, the western town that was too tough to die. Player, C5 us out of here muy pronto.
You're heading from Vienna, Austria, back to the southwestern United States, state of Arizona. Arizona, home of the petrified forest, the painted desert, and one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, the Grand Canyon.
Hey, that's Geronimo, the famous chief of the Chiricahua Apaches.
And let me tell you, partners, this Native American dude fought valiantly to hold on to land the Apaches had lived on for hundreds of years. But by 1881, settlers were going to Arizona any way they could, hoping to strike it rich in the silver mines near Tombstone. And they didn't much care that it was originally native Indian land. Some came by stagecoach, which bounced along at 10 miles an hour, drawn by 4 horses, or 6 for the souped-up model with a hatchback. And it took a good month to get from New York to the Western Territory.
Huh? Could it be we've gone back to the year 1881?
No, get out of the way. The show's about to start.
All right, we're out of here.
Everybody wants to get into the act.
Cool, it's a reenactment of the famous gunfight. Player, if Carmen's here, we've got to find out what for.
Biggest thing in Tombstone was the famous gunfight at the OK Corral.
Huh? Look, one of Carmen's henchmen.
What the?
Drop 'em real slow, partners.
What?
He got away!
What happened, amigos?
Carmen Sandiego just stole our duds.
Ciao, detectives.
Come on. I can handle this, amigos. Hiya!
Slow down! I just lost all my fillings!
This stagecoach is an antique. It wasn't built for warp speed.
I hope we can make that turn!
The American West isn't the only place that has cowboys. What's a cowboy from Argentina called? A cowboy from Argentina is called a gaucho.
Oh, no!
Hang on, Dad!
Get the rope, Ivy! Yeah!
What's Carmen planning to do with dynamite, horses, and authentic Western outfits?
Remember what that henchman said back at the Nevada gold mine?
Yeah, something about catching a train. But what train? Where?
Player, info scan famous trains.
How about the bullet train in Japan? That's the world's fastest.
Factoid update, factoid update. The Fresh TGV is the world's fastest train at 320 miles per hour.
Wait a minute. When Carmen rode out of Tombstone, she didn't say adios or something Western-like.
She said ciao, an Italian goodbye.
And the Orient Express runs from London to Venice, Italy.
The Orient Express is the most luxurious, most mysterious train in the world. Started in 1883, it first ran from Paris, France, via Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Romania. It carried royalty and robber barons and famous spies, a virtual who's who choo-choo.
Mystery, intrigue, wealthy passengers. Now that sounds like the Carmen we know.
Yes! Player, C5 to the Orient Express.
All aboard, crime stoppers! From Tombstone, Arizona, back across the Atlantic Ocean to the Austrian-Italian border. The Orient Express is, at this very moment, crossing Europe's highest mountain range, the 750-mile-long Alps.
Here comes the train!
And here come the Royal Lipids and Stallions!
Hit it!
Wow, we were right about Carmen picking the Lipid Saunders for their Grace Under Fire, Ivy.
But what are they blowing up?
Just sticks of dynamite. It's a diversion to slow the train. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid used to do the same thing.
Everybody off the train! Move away from the track! This is a robbery! Yeah!
Oh my gosh! Carmen's not robbing the passengers, she's stealing the whole Orient Express!
Come on!
Let's split up. I'll look for Carmen. You guys see if there's a way to stop this thing.
Hey, you!
Quick, the door!
This way!
Excuse me? Oh no! We're out of train, Armando. It's roundup time.
Yeah, this is a bola, which gauchos use for catching stray cattle.
Welcome, Ivy.
Huh?
I planned the perfect old-fashioned robbery, using items I stole from around the world, and without using a single one of my high-tech devices.
The party's over, Carmen.
Sarsaparilla?
What? Armando just busted your engineer, and your other henchmen are a little tied up at the moment, too.
Well, every step of the way I did manage to prove my point, detectives.
Ivy, everything's under control. You should have seen me and Zach in action. Did you find Carmen?
What do you mean? She's right... Huh? She's getting away! Come on! There she is! Carmen!
Adios, amigos. I'm afraid it's time for me to ride off into the sunset.
I radioed the station to pick up the passengers. As soon as Carmen gets to that point, they'll nab her.
I wouldn't count on it, Armando.
Planning the ultimate low-tech Western robbery just for the challenge of it is one thing. But Carmen Sandiego would never get caught without an ace up her sleeve.
You accepted my challenge to try a low-tech crime, Carmen.
And you did catch up with me, player. But you didn't catch me. Adios, amigo. Until next time.